Okay, we are live, I hope. If anybody in the chat can confirm, if you can hear me, or if it's live. And as you could probably tell by the title, this is just going to be a quick stream. I'm actually testing out a couple of things here. One of them is actually this new, or I shouldn't say that it's new, I don't know how new it is. It's an app that supposedly can do video conferencing. And as most of you know, Hangouts is getting ready to die. So, is anybody in there in the chat that can confirm if they can hear me? Hi, Qualis66. And okay. Thanks, Qualis. So I guess my okay, so it looks like one of my experiments didn't work. Trying to also get the live chat to go past the screen like some people do on theirs. But the other thing I was hoping to do was, if there's anybody out there that wants to join in the chat, I was hoping to test out this new video conferencing application called Riot. And the way it works is so okay. I'll stay on as long as the baby stays asleep. Also until toss or switch to Linux comes on. Like I said, this is really just like a test. I'm trying to test it. But anyway, the name of this application is called Riot. And the way that it works is there's a desktop client for it. There's also a web client for it, and you can access it from their website as well. If you're on Arch, Riot is in the community repository, and it looks like I got mine out of the community testing. But it is available in the community testing. It's probably in the AUR too, but it's easy enough just to get it from the main repositories. And what you'll get is this app, right? It'll walk you through creating your own account. And what I've gone and done here is I've made my room called Ben's Linux Room. And I guess that the way this works is I go up here to the share icon up here, and it gives me this window here. And so it looks like it gives me the option to copy it. So I copy it. It's in my clipboard now, and I guess I can just open up Firefox and the way this is going to work is you paste it and you go, and this website's going to open up. And at first it looks kind of confusing. I thought I had messed up, gotten the wrong link or something or whatever. But turns out that if you click this, and by the way, it was the first one to connect to, please select an app. And so it looks like this one takes you to the website, to the web-based app. And then here it gives you the option to either sign up or sign in. And I'm thinking I'm just going to sign in here. Just make sure I didn't accidentally hit a caps lock. Okay. Okay. And so from here, if you go up to search, or it looks like this is the link right to my page, but if not, you should be able to plus a room. And again, I'm learning this thing too. I've been looking up alternatives to Hangouts. It's because, like, we all know it's gonna die. You know, Google wants to shoot itself in the foot. They can do that if they want. Because here's a hint. A lot of people come to YouTube to check out chats amongst people on certain topics. That brings in a lot of the revenue that goes to YouTube, that goes to their ads, to their advertisers, and to limit our ability to create that content is very much shooting them in the foot, shooting themselves in the foot. But that's besides the point. If anybody joins this um, my room here. So again, it's Ben's Linux room. And I'll try this again. I'll see if this works this time. Well, here, what I'll do is I'll take this link. And I'll paste it into the chat. And I'll maybe see about getting it into the description as well. Because I do want to test this. And the reason I want to test this is to see if I can get the sound, to see if there's any limitations as to how long a video conference can go, to see if there's any limitations as to how many people I can add. And also I want to test to make sure that the sound from this app will successfully go through OBS into YouTube. And I mean I am open to other alternatives. However, I'm trying to avoid the Zoom route, just because it's just $15, but it's a lot of money for when I got other bills and stuff. And I mean, I just work a part-time job at a grocery store. I'm not rich like a lot of these other guys that do this. But no, if anybody would like to join my room here, this Ben's Linux room, if it works out, this is where I'll host my video chats, and I'll just push it through OBS. I guess the other thing I was gonna talk about was this whole transition thing. Here, I'll turn on the webcam here. I was leaving it off in case anybody joined. Which, by the way, I didn't use OBS to turn on that webcam. I used a hotkey in i3. I have it set to open up the webcam. But which, by the way, I learned that from Luke Smith as well. Just like most of the things I do in i3. I'm no developer. But no, if anything, this whole thing has forced me to make up my mind about something, because I've been putting off getting another monitor. And the setup I have right now is I have this ThinkPad here, the built-in 1080p display, and then I have a external VGA monitor connected to it as an extension to it. However, this ThinkPad can handle multiple external monitors thanks to the docking station that I bought for it, extending my port ability, if you will. I have a ton of more ports in the back. And after reading up on it, turns out as long as I use different, I guess, certain combinations of connectors, you can have up to I think it was 4 external monitors with this particular model of ThinkPad, which would make it 5 including the built-in display. 5 displays. Now, I don't need 5 displays, but it seems like I'm gonna be having to keep up with a lot more stuff here. Being OBS, this thing if I'm doing the video chat, the YouTube chat, the health of the stream, the health of the video on YouTube itself. And I just feel like having more real estate, having another display would help that. Would help me to be able to keep track of that. So I guess maybe I'll talk about a few things that that I've been doing in i3. I guess first I'll start off with some Arch Linux news. For whatever it's worth, there has been a bug in the update process between FFmpeg and X265. I have since put them on the ignore package list so that the rest of the update can go through. But this is not the first time these two packages have given me issues. And to be fair, these are coming from the testing repository for Arch. And so while I'm getting hit with this bug, someone who's just running regular Arch without the testing repos enabled probably will not run into this issue. So I mean, I'll show you here. Pacman, by the way, Pacman QU queries how many updates you have available, and apparently it gives you the status if they're ignored or not. I didn't know it did that, but hey, I learn something new every day. Pacman capital SI will give you all the information you need for that package, including the repository is coming from, the version number that's in that repository, its dependencies, yada yada yada. As you can see, FFmpeg is in testing, and if I do a query search for, what was the other one, X265, right? You'll see that this one is in testing as well. And one of the things you're going to notice is that it looks like this one in the testing provides 265.so excuse me .176-64. So if we come up here and we take a look at the dependencies up here, maybe it'll work. Let me see. My dummy, if I could just spell. And by the way, this is the file you want to edit to ignore packages. You just come up here, it's in your etc folder. It's called pacman.conf. And you want to go down, excuse me, to where you're going to find this line here that says ignore pkg. And if you have multiple packages you need to be ignored, all you need to do is leave a space between them. By default it is commented out, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to comment it out so that Pacman ignores it in the next update. And I'm going to attempt to run this update again because it looks like they updated their dependency list. says ffmpeg compat 57. Well, so usually what I would do, or I do when something like that happens, and by the way, those two packages have given me this issue before. Again, I have the testing repositories enabled, which is probably why I'm seeing that. If you don't have the testing repositories enabled, you won't see these updates until they're ready. Okay, so that's why I'm seeing that as an issue. But for now, I'm just going to ignore those two packages so that it runs my system updates through. You know, normally, at least the rest of the system. So, by the way, in case you were wondering, I've been messing with the fish shell, friendly interactive shell, and this thing is amazing. Check out what it does. When I hit on a command, I start typing in the options. It goes through each option with the description, and so you can go through looking for it, and it'll just like help you complete the command. And it's just like it's almost like it walks you through it, and I think that's amazing, especially for people who aren't really familiar with the terminal, with the command shell. I was using ZSH, and I still like ZSH, and I keep it around because like I'm still getting used to fish, and I noticed that some things it doesn't do out of the box, and the reason is because it reads bash scripts a little bit differently. And if I recall the documentation, one example is the two pipes. When you put those in between two commands, like, okay, I'll give you an example here. Cat user binary cam toggle, which, by the way, cam toggle is the script that I use to turn on the webcam with. If you can see, I showed the contents of that particular file, which happens to be in my binary directory. Those two vertical slashes in between the two commands, that means either pfkill tacf /dev/video, so that means that it's going to kill like any webcam that's up. And the second, on the other side, it says mpv tac geometry autofit 30% dev, so that's saying to turn it on with the mpv player. Now the two vertical lines mean do this or do this. So if the cam is on, it will kill it and shut it off. If it's not on, it will turn it on. And so those two dashes mean do this or do this, depending on the condition. But apparently fish doesn't read that correctly. Maybe it does. Maybe there was an update I'm not aware of. But before I read that the way that it read bash scripts was different, because it would, instead of doing the two pipes, it would read it at, you would have to put vertical OR. And I remember reading a warning that said that if you're running the fish shell, you're gonna have to rewrite like a ton of bash scripts just to make it work properly with it. So that had me a little worried, which is why I still kept ZSH around. Yeah, so I got this little webcam thing working, and I can resize it. I can sit it there. The other thing I got working is a little thing called Newsboat. And what Newsboat is a terminal-based RSS feed reader. And it does more than that, though, because you can turn any YouTube channel, and I mean any. And I'm gonna show a little trick here, but I'm gonna dedicate another video to this little trick here, because you're gonna want to know it if you're gonna get into this. Okay, so let's say I've got a few channels here. One of them is Switch to Linux, and one is Total OS Today. So I want to get into it. It gives me the 15 latest videos posted. It won't? Well, what is it telling you, Ben? Yeah, so I'll get into that later. Yeah, is it giving you an error message? That you're not invited to it. Oh, so I have to invite to this room. See, I thought if I... okay, well, see, this is why we do these tests. Okay, so the first thing I tried was I went up here to the share icon, the obvious share icon. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll try it with the email there. Okay, so it's saying that I can send the invite. Hopefully that goes through. There's no one else here. Would you like to invite others? Yes, I realize there's no one here. That's the point. So maybe this wasn't for my room. Maybe this is just a share. This thing itself. I don't know. It's weird. This thing is weird. But hey, this is why we do this, right? So we can learn these intricacies. Oh, there's Ben Gentoo. Is in the room. Okay, so okay. Okay, so it couldn't start capturing media as your microphone. So. Okay, so I guess I gotta figure that out now. I assume it's in settings. Roles and permission. Where do I get to choose? Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about looking for an alternative at this point. Well, but I mean that's why we do these experiments here. It says here that, but I don't see any setting to be able to change. Here, I'm gonna how to set in Riot. I know this is gonna be a pain trying to find an alternative to Hangouts. Because really, what else will allow you to do a group chat directly to YouTube? Maybe this won't work. I tried another one called Tox, T-O-X. Hey, Qualis. Yeah. Oh, you're saying hey to the other Ben. Whoops. Doy. Yeah, this is why we do this. To avoid this happening on the real stream. Yeah. Ooh. Embed a YouTube video in a matrix. I thought that would have let me stream. I have not done too much research into this thing. Maybe we'll give what about Jitsi? Let's see. I haven't really gotten Jitsi working though. Or maybe I got the wrong kind of client for it. But I tried Talks. It's called TOX Talks. And it seems to have a lot of things going for it. It's very privacy oriented, which is a step in the right direction. The only issue that I had with it was that it only supported one-on-one video call. No available. Okay. I tell you what, maybe I'll just end this stream and just like, I know nobody wants to watch me here just bumbling around. Oh, here. I go into settings. Okay. We'll make it my headset. The camera's HD webcam. Okay, so it turned out that that I was just editing the settings for that group. So if you go up here to your account, the drop-down arrow, there's another thing for settings. This is settings for your general account. So here, I don't know if you're ready to try again. I'll give it a shot here. Well, we got one side is working. Cool, so I can fill the screen. That's kind of nice. Okay. Maybe he's busy. Some of the other guys are doing chats tonight. I gotta work early tomorrow, 7 to 12. Good news is I'll be home for Biddle though. Maybe I'll hop on there. Although I haven't taken a look at Open Mandriva. Maybe I will. Main reason I put Manjaro on my spare laptop to test out Talks, and the reason for that is because like I had Linux Mint on it, but I gotta be honest, I'm not used to Debian-based systems. I'm not used to like that family, that package manager, and some of the stuff that I was using in Arch just either wasn't readily available for Mint or it was going to be a pain in the butt to get. And so I decided just to take the easy route and throw Manjaro on it, so I would know it would have access to all the same software that my main Arch system has. Yeah, so that's the reason, and I might give Open Mandriva a try. Just because it's a bit of a challenge, and I like to at least try them. You know, when I can. Hey, Cat Gamer, how you doing? Um, if you're just stopping in, um, this was a this is me testing out. Um, this is a app called Riot that supposedly does video conferencing and whatnot, and I've been on the market for a replacement for Google Hangouts, and I've been testing out different video chat clients, and this is like a test. I'm trying to get people to join in my Riot room, I guess. I got the app, I created my account, added my room, which is Ben's Linux. I joined a room called Arch Linux, because, you know, by the way, I just wanted to test out like what this thing can do, and it apparently has a lot of functionality. If you go to add the plus sign next to the room, looks like you got Matrix, yeah, which seems to be their host, Riot's host. But if you click up here, there's a hashtag free node, and it looks like it has FTP support. I'm sorry, not FTP. What's so IRC support. Sorry, my fault. And just to check it out, we'll see if DistroTubes. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not an IRC. Weird. What if I look up Linux? Man, seems like I think that no matter what we choose, no matter what we go through to find an alternative to Hangouts, it's going to be a learning curve for all of us who do this stuff. And it doesn't look like there are any apps out there that'll directly stream a video chat to YouTube the way the Hangouts did. So it seems like whatever we do, whatever we choose, we're going to have to push it through OBS or some other thing that can stream to YouTube. But for now, I like OBS. It's just a I don't know, it's just like there are things I like about OBS better than I like about Hangouts. Like what I don't like about Hangouts is one thing that when I try to share my screen, instead of sharing one of my displays, it tries to take both of my displays and stretch it out into one. And it just doesn't look right to anybody watching. Because they're wondering, why is half of his screen filled with Firefox or something? And OBS gives me the ability to just share one of my displays, which looks a lot better. But again, you know, OBS is a middleman. It really is. It's a middleman, and Hangouts did a good job of cutting out the middleman. But anyway, I'm waiting on Toss to send out the I guess the invite for the pre-game private chat, I guess. But in the meantime, I'll show what I was doing before. I had this app called Newsboat here, which is a console-based, a terminal-based RSS reader, and I do have an i3 block for it. I stole it from Luke Smith, like pretty much all the rest of these i3 blocks up here. Some of them I tweaked a little bit because sometimes things won't work. Like what's right for one person's system might not be right for yours or your setup. Sometimes you just have to do like these minor adjustments. But I'm not a programmer. I don't really understand code at all. I just kind of tinker and copy and paste and experiment and see what works and what doesn't. Ha! Hi, Steve. Yeah, it's a Riot. I got my Riot room here. We figured out that in order to invite people to my room, this link is total crap. I need to go here to invite to this room. Okay, Steve. Well, I'll probably catch you on Toss's stream. I mean, this is really just a test for Riot here. See if I can get it to work for video chats. Like I did, we normally do with Hangouts. Let me see here. So I go into effect. Yeah. I'm gonna check something here real quick. You guys probably think I'm nuts running these terminal-based applications sometimes. And that was one thing that I liked about Talks, was there was an actual terminal-based client for it. And I like the idea of that because anything terminal-based is not as hard to learn. Like once you get the hang of learning them, they're not that hard to get to learn, and they're a lot lighter on system resources. Now, as you can tell, I have plenty of system resources up here. I have, I got 32 gigs of RAM. All this is only using 3 gigs or so. So it's not bad. But just because I have an i7 with 8 threads and 32 gigs of RAM, that doesn't mean I'm going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at my computer. Right? I try to keep it lightweight. I try to conserve, resources, just because that's like even on this system, I notice significant difference between when I run i3 and when I run a full desktop environment. i3 is just snappier. It's faster. It's minimal, but it's faster. But okay. Hello.
Hey, Benjamin.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Unfortunately, I don't know why this thing's acting nutty.
So here, let me check in the chat here. Can anybody confirm? Can you hear Ben?
Jim,
Ben Gentoo.
Yeah, just call me that guy. Yeah. One sec, I gotta change the batteries on my Apple mouse. Hold on.
Ah, Apple.
You see, I got a Mac Pro today for a birthday gift, an early birthday gift, and I gotta replace the batteries in the mouse.
Every 2 hours. Yeah. I've been there. So you
It's
say,
not fun. One second.
yeah, that's the only thing that really keeps me from using wireless keyboards and mouses. Really, is like,
I know, man. It sucks.
but like I caved and I decided to buy I actually bought a wireless keyboard and mouse. I'm waiting on it to come in. It's just like all these cables just getting on my nerves.
I tell you, when I saw this thing at the door, it was huge. It was a 48-pound box.
Holy crap.
Yeah, dude, it's all server parts in this fucking thing.
Oh my god. Is it one of the older Mac Pros or is it
It's one of the older ones, one of the cheese grater models.
Oh, so it's not the trash bin.
No, it's not the trash can. No, no.
Okay, so we might hear a slight echo here because nobody's really confirming whether they can hear you. So I'm gonna turn on the stream on my end.
Okay, let me hear it.
Whether they can hear you, so I'm gonna turn on the stream on my end.
Okay, let me hear it.
Okay, so I did hear you over the YouTube video on YouTube itself. So that means that the sound from this chat is going through OBS, which maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it is. It's still recognizing it. Yeah, because I just discovered really how to
Alright, I got batteries. Now, see if the mouse works. See if the mouse works. Yep, I hear an echo on your side.
Yes, I am confirming if there's sound coming in.
Well, I heard it. Yep, I hear an echo on your side.
Yes, I am confirming if there's. Okie dokie. Yeah. So, that was kind of.
Yeah, let me log into this.
And so I figured a few things about Riot here.
Yeah.
You can full screen the video chat.
Yeah. So the guy said that it came with Yosemite on the auction, but then he said, but then it shipped with High Sierra. I wonder what else is in this thing that he didn't say was in it. Okay, he was right about the Xeon. That much is clear, and it's 16 gigs of RAM. The HD 5770. That was right. Now I'm a little scared. Oh, it's a 5.1. What? Holy frick! How did that happen? Holy shit! I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Hold on.
So now what I want to do is I would want to. Whoops. The heck happened there? Yeah, so it looks like OBS is picking up desktop audio just fine. Looks like it's picking up from a video chat. The next thing I would want to test to see how many, because I couldn't find a definite answer from Riot's website, is I would like to know like how many people I can have in a call and how long it can go for, if there's a limit at all. Cause so far it just seems like it's gonna. Because to me it just seems like something like this. Anything we do is gonna take a little time to learn. You know, you get used to one thing, then you go change it. It doesn't matter if you use Jitsi or Zoom or Hangouts or you know, or this thing Riot to substitute Hangouts. I mean, they're all going to be different, and they're all going to be new, and they're all going to be weird. That's just life. And so I do apologize for the echo there. Again, this is a test stream, and my question would be: is there a way to pop out the text chat that's at the bottom here? So that like the people actually in the video chat can chat privately with each other. You know, like we used to do with Hangouts. So far I'm liking this. It seems like sending the invite is as simple as sending it to an email address. Don't mind me, I'm just being weird on my stream right now. Cosmic. Yes. Riot. Yeah, so I'm actually let me see here. Idea here. The idea here is to send out an invite. I'm going to send out an invite to some people here. See if I can get some people to join in on my room here, because have to be sure to bring this up in the private chat with Toss here. I'll try to get maybe Vince and Ricky in on this too, because it would be nice to have like the regular bunch in the group. That'll make it easier to host these things. And then, if anybody else wants to join, we could just send them. Because it looks like the way this invite thing is gonna work is I have to send the. If I punch in someone's email address, I can send the invite out. So, whoops. Send out. Well, Steve, so far we've been able to confirm that at least an audio call can be made. Meaning that the audio successfully went through OBS into YouTube. They were able to hear Ben Gentoo just fine. I think this thing so far, Riot's going to take some getting used to. But there's too much I don't know about it still. Like, for example, what's its limit? Does it have a timer? Does it do this? Does it do that? Does it have? Is there some paid version I need to know about or something? These are all things I want to know before I suggest this thing as a, permanent, end all be all, alternative. Because, I did, at one point I thought that, that talks thing was going to be the end all be all. And I thought I was going to like it because it had that terminal based, client called Toxic with it. And anything I could do to cut back on the system resources when I'm doing streams like that is a welcome idea. However, Talks did not support group video calls. And that's what kicked it to the curb for me. Whereas the whole point of a hangout is hangout. So here I'm just copying, and the whole reason I moved the video chat was so that I could send out some invites here without revealing everybody's email address on screen. But I did send an invite out to 3 new people. Steve, you're one of them. I sent an invite out to Toss, Ricky from Yu-Gi-Oh! Master, and to Steve's very own right here to see how the see if I can get people to join in here. Um, okay, thank you.
It's just chocolate. They didn't have many options. They had a coffee one, but I didn't know how coffee it was. Like, you get what I mean?
So far, it worked. So I'm gonna get this.
We're going to run to Stop and Shop and Colts. Are you okay with him?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want anything to Stop and Shop? Do you want me to get you a soda?
What kind of soda? So I sent out a few invites for the hangout, and I guess we'll see where this goes. So far I don't hate it. I guess just gotta work out, I guess, some of the kinks here. Like, how do we get... By the way, this stream is not brought to you by Friendly's Ice Cream, whose headquarters is 2 towns over from me in Wilbraham, Massachusetts. In case anybody has heard of Friendly's Ice Cream. They are, in fact, the greatest ice cream, that is. It's a chocolate milkshake here. But, no, I have to admit, so far it just seems like there's a few things that, like I said, I'm not ready computer hopper. Not me, Koalas. Not me. I've been on this ThinkPad W530 since I got it. Once you go 32 gigs of RAM, you don't go back. I'm kidding. Like honestly, the other laptop I have here has only 8 gigs of RAM, and it runs most Linux distros just fine. You know, not. No. But so anyway, there's this cool thing that I discovered how to do. Okay, now let's say that you're trying to turn a YouTube channel into an RSS feed. Okay, here I'm gonna open up Mousepad. And the reason I'm opening up Mousepad is so that things are a little clearer. But, okay. Earlier I was showing this RSS feed reader called Newsboat. Okay, I tried out Ticker, the one that puts the headers. Aha. Okay, so Steve's in the room now. That's nice how it came out with a notification for me on that. Okay, let me shut off my webcam there. So here I'm gonna attempt. I'm gonna attempt a video. Whoa. Jitsi. Why did it? Why is it doing this to me? Okay. Switched came live, so I'm gonna be hopping off here pretty soon. This is kind of weird. That's trying to load up Jitsi and Riot here. Not sure what's going on here. Yeah, we'll get rid of that maybe. Then we'll try again. Just trying Jitsi again. Fail to access your microphone. Fail to access. Moderator raise card. Okay, this is weird. This is kind of weird. This is not what I was going for here. Yeah. I guess the hunt continues. Alright, looks like Switch is gonna come on half an hour. So that gives me what the heck is this? Yeah. Manage integration. Hmm. Yes. Yes. By the way, can everyone still hear me in the chat? Hmm. I'm sorry. I know this is probably boring the living crap out of everybody. But how did Jitsi work out for you, Steve? Like, did it work out well, or this is bad? I'm ready to give up on this. Seems like this thing's trying to. The thing that's weird is it didn't try to. It didn't try to open Jitsi between me and Ben Gentoo. Hmm. So Jitsi is a web-based thing, or there? I do have a Jitsi client, a desktop client that I installed for Jitsi. Um, I mean, hey, this is why we do these experiments here. See what works, see what doesn't. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I see. It's using my built-in webcam. Um, that's weird. It's telling me here. Everyone's seeing this. I mean, permission not granted for the audio. Oh, what about this? Fail to access your microphone. Cannot use your microphone for an unknown reason. You know what? If this is Jitsi, it seems like Riot is just going to be another man in the middle. Member is muted. But why? Why am I muted? It might be. Hmm.
Let's see. There we go. You hear me?
You got sound. Can you hear me just fine?
Let's see. There we go. You hear me? Well, I think I'm hearing you through YouTube.
It probably is because I'm streaming and I'm using it, but that doesn't explain why I can't set another microphone to it though. 'Cause I got other ones. Settings. Well, I'm limiting myself to just doing this until Toss starts up his private chat. Because if I don't like this, I'm just gonna go. Because I'm liking this. I'm liking this interface so far. This thing that popped up for Jitsi. So maybe I'll just cut out Riot.
If I try to expand the little screen, it wants to open up another tab and join the conference through that way. If I try to expand the little screen, it wants to open up another tab and join the conference. Okay, now full screen.
Yeah, it's kind of like I got
Echo.
echo. Uh-oh. I wonder. Exit full screen. I wonder if something went wrong here.
Camera looks pretty happy though.
Yeah, I'm not liking this so far. But hey, that's why we do these things. I mean, at least I know the audio's going through OBS. You know that.
Yeah, I bet you because are you streaming through OBS?
Yes.
Because I'm hearing you from. Oh wow. Streaming through OBS.
Yeah, you know, I went to.
I'm hearing you from YouTube. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so I went to
Yeah, if I turn. Oh, now I'm hearing on myself here.
So it seems that when I go to Firefox.
Yeah, I turned up the volume on the YouTube, but I'm hearing myself talk.
Oh god.
Maybe because I got two things going here.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, how about now?
Okay.
Okay.
I closed out the second widget.
So I tell you what, if I could find a way to get.
But now I just lost you.
Uh-oh. So yeah, I am streaming through
I
YouTube.
turned up the volume on the YouTube, but I'm hearing myself talk. Wow. Well, I know I was hearing myself before, but you might not be able to use your mic because it might not be picking up. Before, but you might not be able to use your mic.
I tell you this much.
Because
if
it might not be picking up.
If I can get just this.
No, I didn't have that problem when I was just running Jitsi and
Oh, so it must be this Riot thing that's causing my issues. Well, this is why we do this. To make sure to see. I'd rather this kind of thing happen now than on a real stream when I need it. This is weird. Here, I tell you what, I'll be willing to. I don't know, I haven't figured out the Jitsi client yet. That's the issue. Well.
Yeah, now I can't hear you at all.
How about now? Anything? Hey, Ricky and Vince. Uh, yeah, I was trying out Riot. This thing is called Riot, but it seems to be doing some weird things to me here. Cause
It's called Riot.
when I tried with Ben Gentoo, it didn't open up this Jitsi thing on me. So this is something new that didn't happen before. And it says here Jitsi was added by I wonder if I can. I wonder if I get rid of this Jitsi thing. Looks like it's a plugin.
All right, Ben, I'm going to have to jump off.
All right.
I'll catch you on Toss tonight, okay, buddy?
Yeah. All right. Thanks for helping out here.
All right, Ben, I'm going to have to jump off. God. I'll catch you on Toss tonight, okay, buddy?
All right. Night, guys.
All right.
Ricky and Ricky, I did send you an invite to my room here on Riot, but I don't know if you still want to join after that little fiasco. So it says here Jitsi was removed by Benjamin Eldridge. Okay, so it's removed. So, but why is it still doing this? So what? I guess automatically added every time I hit the video. This is weird. You know, I think I'm gonna maybe try just playing Jitsi. You know, I'm trying to avoid Zoom just because of the paywall behind it. How long have I been streaming for? Well, an hour and a half I've been trying to figure this crap out. An hour and a half. Oh. No, I'm not gonna save that. It is. Let's see if I can fix that here. How about now, Sleepy? Is it better? Weird. How about now? Better now? Looks like it's picking up more audio on OBS here. You know, Google, for killing Hangouts, You know, Google, for killing Hangouts and making me go through all this, for making us go through all this pain just to figure out how to do a video chat again. Linus Torvalds sentiments towards NVIDIA. To you. Gosh. Now to try to figure out Jitsi here. Is that the website? Vince, or is that something here on the client that I should know about? Okay. I'll open up Firefox. We'll try it. Ah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. Yeah. So here, let me open up Riot again. Ricky, I did send you an invite to my room, to your email. Oh, Sleepy, it does work like Hangouts? Cut out my webcam here. By the way, turn on the webcam. Keyboard shortcut. Not using OBS for that one. And to shut it off too. So start a new meeting. Test meeting. Go. Well, it's not muting me. That's good. Give me a link here. And a number. More numbers. No, I don't need more numbers. Go into... Oh, I see here. Start live stream. Interesting. So, I think all of a sudden permission is granted. Weirdos. Select a device. Well, if you would let me, I would. Okay. Didn't switch my webcam. That's odd. Okay. Okay, Ricky, here, I'll go check out the... Ah, yeah, you're in here, so... Here, I'll tell you what, I'll try this. I don't see. Hey, Ricky, I think I'm just gonna try pure Jitsi. Cause it seems like Riot is not really cooperating with it right now. Whoops, Vince. Oops. That looks like 5 minutes. So I'll head over to Toss's private chat before the actual chat in like 5 minutes here. But yeah. So it says meet. Jitsi. Okay, so I'm gonna hit test meeting. Gonna let it use that. Allow. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat here. Okay, so do I got people joining in here? I'm not hearing anybody talk. You know, I want to stop the stream here. Might just have to get this worked out.